Welcome back, everybody, to Body Bags. I'm Critterbuster, and today I'm reviewing Deep Red as part of the new theme week, which is Giallo films. This is a film by Dario Argento. This is actually a movie that I'd seen once before, but didn't care for it too much. So I figured I would revisit this and see if I liked it any more this time around. The film it starts off with like a psychic who is like holding this little demonstration of her abilities, and she spots what she feels like a killer in the audience or something of that nature. She has this weird feeling, and she goes back to her room or whatever. And shortly after, she is murdered by a man or by a person, I should say, in black gloves, like every Giallo film that's out there. There's always a killer in black gloves. But there's a musician that witnesses the murder, but he doesn't see who did it. He just sees what had happened. So he teams up with a reporter, who then they kind of become friends, and they start going on the investigation. He just seems really intrigued by what's going on. He just really wants to know and figure it out himself. Now, most people remember this film, the most memorable thing about this film is the scene with the weird like puppet thing that comes out of one of the closets toward this guy, and the guy like hits the puppet and knocks it in the floor. It's a really creepy puppet, and most people remember that scene specifically. But me, I thought the best scene in the movie was when a lady gets attacked in her bathroom. And she is drowned to death and burned at the same time by the hot water. I thought that scene was just really, really cool and pretty intense, and that was my favorite scene, not just the little creepy doll or whatever. I'm not going to ruin the ending for this, but anyway, the reporter and the musician they search out to try to find out what's going on. Getting closer and closer, the more clues that they find, the more times they keep getting threats or attacks and stuff like that. More people keep getting killed, and just it leads to one like a house fire, stuff like that. Now there is a twist ending, so I'm really not gonna to ruin anything for it. But there is one really funny moment in this movie that I thought was hysterical. One specific person toward the end has like this weird accident involving a truck and like a hook. It made me laugh. I thought it was hilarious. I know it's probably not played out like that, but it was pretty funny to me. Now the murders in the movie are pretty violent. When somebody gets slashed with a knife or slashed with a butcher knife or whatever, it's always really, really violent, like big, huge cuts in people's shoulders or head, and it's just it makes you cringe just the first time you see it. It looks very, very painful. Something else is the music. Now, you guys can correct me on this or not, but the music that I heard in this film, not all of it, but just one particular theme, which was mainly used at the beginning and the end of the movie, is the same theme that they used in Argento's Inferno, which was also scored by Goblin. And I'm pretty sure it's the same theme, but you guys, if I'm wrong, please let me know. I really like that music, and I remember it being from Inferno, but I'm not sure if it's like a different version or a different type or whatever, but it seemed to be the exact same to me. I'm not sure if it really is the same or not, but I really like that music. I thought it was pretty good. The other music is also really well in here. It's definitely, a Goblin score. It reminds you, as soon as the movie starts, you feel like you're watching an Argento film. You feel like you're watching, anything done by Goblin, you can pretty much, enjoy. And that's one thing I liked about this movie was the score to it. Something else about this particular DVD release, I'm not sure if it's just this release or if all releases are like this, but some of the dialogue is not dubbed over in English. So it goes from having a little bit of dubbed dialogue to having to Italian, and then you have the English subtitles at the bottom. So it goes in even the full scene, like they'll be speaking, and then the next sentence will be dubbed over in English, and then the next sentence will be in Italian, and then it goes back and forth. And I don't know if it's just this release or if it's like all releases, if there was a problem with the finished product or whatever. I have no idea. I know that I'm pretty sure that the release I have is like a Mill Creek release, and it's probably missing all those scenes altogether because I don't remember having any Italian or English subtitles on my release. It was all dubbed on mine. So those scenes were probably like missing or whatever. That's all I remember from it. It's been a really long time since I've seen it. But that is Argento's Deep Red. I hope I explained that enough. I mean, it's a pretty simple concept. Just the reporters tracking down a mysterious killer, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I liked it more this time than I did the first time I watched this movie. And the one thing I remember most about it was not my favorite part this time around. So this goes to show you that if you don't like a movie and when you saw it a long time ago, give it another chance. You might like it even more. This is Deep Red here on Giallo Week for Body Bags. Check back again next week for an all-new theme and review. And thank you guys, and see you next week.